Celebrating the magic of March, TAC Communication Sports proudly presents the 78th Annual WIAA Boys State Basketball Championships. Live from the University of Wisconsin Fieldhouse in Madison, this WIAA Network Sports exclusive is brought to you statewide by Milk, the official beverage of the WIAA Games, and by the people who produce milk, the dairy farm families of Wisconsin. The rural insurance companies, providing Wisconsin families and businesses with a full line of insurance needs. Your local Cenex and Land O'Lakes cooperatives, providing quality petroleum products, crop inputs, and livestock feeds. Marshfield Clinic, physician care, medical research, professional and public education. More than a name, an integrated system of care. And by Menards, helping families build America's heartland for 33 years. Save big money at Menards.
March Madness in Madison continues. Welcome back to the Fieldhouse on a Friday, fans, as we get set for day 2 of the 78th Annual WIAA Boys State Tournament. Hi again, everyone, and TGIF to you. I'm Keith Blyer from TV9 in Wausau. We've got another full plate of basketball on schedule. Let's take a look at what's coming up later on. Today, we'll kick things off with the Division IV semifinal. It could turn out to be Sam and Anthony's excellent adventure. We'll discuss more about that later. Cassville and South Shore, followed by Albany and Wasaki. Then at 2 o'clock, the afternoon session, Baraboo will take on Seymour. Baraboo comes in 21-3. At 3:45, Mayville and Race Lake. The Warriors making their first appearance in the state tournament since 1961. And then the night session, the Division I semifinals, Sheboygan North and Racine Case. Keep your eyes on Nathan Schremeyer. You never know, folks. He could hit another one from half court. He did it last night. And then in the Division I semifinal to cap things off, Madison West, the defending champs, up against a team that looked mighty strong last night, Milwaukee, Washington. But first, we tackle the Division IV semifinals. Cassville and South Shore will be the first one up. Jerry Pettigrew and Jay Wilson are with us. What do we expect today?
Well, Keith, I think any discussion of a Cassville game has to start with Sam Oakey, their tremendous center of the sophomore.
Yeah, he's a ton, Jay. He does it all. Pass, shoot, rebound. I saw him one game this year, and he had 6 dunks, and 3 of them were left-handed. So South Shore is really going to have to watch Sam Oakey. He led him here last year as a freshman, and Milwaukee Journal said that he's the best sophomore in the state.
How might South Shore try to defend Sam Oakey today?
I think they're probably going to do some sort of a gimmick defense, maybe a box and one. If not, definitely probably a double team, because they're going to have to give extra special help on Sam Oakey.
All right, in South Shore, not many people are giving them a chance against Cassville today, Keith, but they're confident. They say they didn't come here to play just one game.
Okay, Jay, we are certainly excited about things. Forget the other tournament, the other basketball tournament taking place this weekend. This is the place to be. We'll tip things off right after this from our message from statewide sponsors on the WIAA network station.
We probably have more rheumatologists in one place than any place else in the state. We are becoming much more aggressive in the treatment of the kinds of arthritis that cause deformities. We are aiming to stop the process before it becomes a crippling process, rather than waiting to treat patients when they're already disabled. We're all interested in the same thing, which is quality patient care. That is #1 and always has been here. It remains that way despite the pressures on medicine.
Wisconsin is famous for milk as fresh, pure, and wholesome as Wisconsin itself. And the great tasting dairy products we make from our milk. That's why wherever you go in America, you'll find more and more people looking for dairy products made right here in Wisconsin. Look for them in your supermarket. They're America's dairy finest, homegrown in Wisconsin.
I was thinking about maybe we could do some petunias, some rhododendron, patience,
Some homeowners pay attention.
in the dirt, digging it up.
What?
Oh, don't worry about that. It'll go back on. I was looking.
Others pay more.
They had a lamp garden across the street because it just
Help us keep your costs down.
looks perfect. I was
Welcome back to the Fieldhouse. Jay Wilson along with Jerry Pettigrew, moments away from the Division IV semifinal game. Cassville against South Shore. Cassville with a 24-1 record. South Shore coming in at 20-3. Time now for the starting lineups. Here's Fieldhouse public address announcer Jack Rain.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the semifinal round of the 78th annual WIAA Boys State Basketball Tournament. Here are the starting lineups for this morning's first Division IV semifinal. For the Cassville Comets, at forward, a 6-foot senior, number 32, Jim Fishneck. For the South Shore Cardinals, at forward, a 6-foot junior, number 35, Matt Hipsher. For Cassville, a 5'11" junior, number 34, Corey Salzer. For South Shore at forward, a 6-foot senior, number 33, David Gustafson. In the middle, for Cassville, a 6'6" sophomore, number 55, Sam Oakey. At center for South Shore, a 6'5" senior, number 41, John Hill. The guards, for Cassville, a 5'9" senior, number 20, Jesse Plessel. For South Shore at guard, a 5'9" senior, number 21, Bob Lottie. For Cassville, a 5'8" junior, number 30, Chad Infield. And for South Shore, a 5'11" sophomore, number 43, Jeff Lottie. The Cassville Comets are coached by Dennis Uppana. The South Shore Cardinals are coached by Clendon Gustafson. The officials assigned to this morning's contest of the WIAA, David Kirchman of Fond du Lac, David Shaw of Madison.
Well, two very different locations for today's Division IV school. South Shore about as far north as you can get in Wisconsin. And Cassville located right on the Mississippi River in the southwest corner of the state. A 6.5-hour bus ride for South Shore to get here, but they're glad they made it.
Yeah, a little history there, Jay. They were the first to have school buses, possibly in the nation. Definitely the first in Wisconsin. Coach said yesterday he didn't like that 6.5-hour bus ride, and so he wanted to play at least 2 games down here.
I don't know many people who like 6.5-hour bus rides, come to think of it. South Shore in the white uniforms, Cassville in the green. The tip controlled by Oakey, but right to South Shore, and David Gustafson controls it for the Cardinals. Just underway, first of 2 Division IV semifinal games at the Fieldhouse. 35 is Matt Hipsher for South Shore. They go inside to Hill against Oakey. Missed the shot. Rebound to Jim Fishnick for Cassville. Anytime a team comes from as far north as South Shore does, there's always some mystery about it. But a good start for South Shore as Lottie steals the ball, but then he's called for over and back as he swung the foot over the line.
Actually, Jay, South Shore has nothing to lose and everything to gain because Cassville's a big favorite coming into this game. And as a coach, you kind of like that underdog position.
And we see that John Hill, number 41, is matching up with Sam Oakey in the middle. And that's going to be a foul on Bob Lottie, number 21, his team's first, with 7:21 left. And that John Hill, he comes out in his warm-up shirt, it says Mountain, and he is all of that.
Yes, he is. So they're going to have a little mountain pounding on Oakey today and trying to get through.
Is that the kind of player that can give Sam Oakey problems, a big physical husky player like that?
Oh, I think he could give anybody trouble, but Sam Oakey's a special kind of player, so we'll have to see how they do.
Here is Oakey turning on Hill. Wow. Oakey hits his first shot, and Hill was right in his face.
I don't know if you can play behind Sam Oakey because if he gets that shot off, I think they're going to probably have to give him help.
Now South Shore, they pound it inside to Hill, but he kicks it out. That's a 3-point attempt by Lottie missing, and Oakey has the rebound. The Comets push it up court. Fishnick has it. Infield. finds Plussel. Air ball, but infield retrieves it for the Comets. 34 is Corey Sauser. Hill again fronting Oki. Oki gets it deep. That shot misses. Rebound again. Oki foul. He'll go to the line. Now they're playing volleyball up there right now.
And the old adage, who controls the basket boards is going to control. Here you're going to see Oki go up, miss his shot, rebound on the other side. Once again, Oki, and fouled on the return shot.
Sam Oki. He's added 15 pounds over the last year. He can bench press 200 pounds. And Coach Dennis Uppena says he has a few more moves and improved shooting range. Well, we saw in the first shot that he had nice range on that one. Missed the first free throw. And it's 3-0 Cassville with 6:18 left first quarter. Gustafson, block Oki with a left hand. Gustafson gets it back. They'll try it again. Gustafson gets it back. He'll find Jeff Lottie. Lottie. Oki didn't go up on that one. Now it's tipped out of bounds. It'll go to Cassville.
One of the things that I'm impressed with this South Shore team is their intensity and their tremendous hustle. They're really working hard on the offense and defensive end.
You saw the South Shore head coach, Clendon Gustafson, his third year with South Shore. Played in the state tournament for South Shore in 1980. And there's a turnover on Cassville. Both teams cold from the field to begin. Second turnover on the Comets. Bob Lottie to Jeff Lottie. John Hill over Oki.
This is a basketball team. I think once again, Coach Uppena has probably told his kids, forget the press clippings. You got to come out here and play.
Oki baseline, turns on Hill, blocked partially from behind by Gustafson. Nice help. Now South Shore looking to take its first lead, but they throw it out of bounds. Second turnover on South Shore. There's Dennis Uppena, his 8th year with the Cassville Comets. (3-2) Cassville. 5:06 left first quarter. Russell finds infield. Infield for 3. Rebound Oki. Passes nicely to Sauser, cutting in the lane. That's blocked. Matt Hipscher up to reject the shot. Here come the Cardinals again, looking to take their first lead. 3-point attempt. Gustafson short. Out of bounds to Cassville.
Right now, Jay, we've got both teams. Probably both coaches are looking at it and wish the shot selection was a little bit better. Both teams are working very hard, but a little bit nervous to start out with.
Here's Chad Infield, and boy, everybody talks about Oki, but Chad Infield is an important factor in this team as well.
That's exactly right. What South Shore is trying to do is play behind Oki and get help from the outside in.
The foul is on John Hill, his first. Third team foul on South Shore with 4:27 left in the quarter. Cassville triggers it in. Sauser to Plussel. Infield 3. Got it. Chad Infield averages 11 points and 5.2 assists a game, and he has Cassville up 6-2. Gustafson drops it to Hill. That misses, and Oki rebounds. And look at him handle the ball. Nice pass to Fishnick, who cuts between two defenders. Oki follows, misses. Oki again over Hill. That misses. Rebound to Bob Lottie. Cassville having difficulty finishing. And that'll be a player control foul. Bob Lottie, South Shore.
That's one of those judgment calls, Jay. We're going to see it here on the replay. Question is, did the defender get there in time? The referee said that he did.
Gave him a little shot with the forearm, too. That probably didn't help the call. Shane Wilcox coming in for South Shore. Bob Lottie goes out with his second personal foul. 6-2 Cassville. Wilcox draws infield on defense. They find Oki. Moves on Hill, but no, here could be a big play. That's going to be another foul on John Hill. That's his second.
That's a big foul because right now he's doing a pretty good job on Sam Oki. You see the cross-court pass to Oki, and he got bumps going in, but I think South Shore's strategy is to put a body on Oki, and the Mountain Man is doing it right now.
So out comes 6'5" John Hill. In comes Jason Volkovan. He's 6 foot. He's a 6 foot forward. Here's Infield with a nice drive. Infield scored the last 5 points for Cassville. 8-2 Comets. Here's Volkovan. Shane Wilcox now to Gustafson. He's the son of assistant coach Steve Gustafson. Long shot there with a miss. And Plussel will lay it in. No, just short. Hit it on the bottom side of the rim. So it stays 8-2 for Cassville. Oki near steal, but knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with South Shore. And with 2:41 remaining first quarter, we have a timeout. The 78th annual WIAA Boys State Championships continue after this message from our statewide sponsors, Cenex Land O'Lakes. This is your WIAA network station.
For as long as we've been pumping gasoline, we've been pumping poisonous carbon monoxide into our air. It wasn't a major problem at first. There were simply fewer cars on the road. But over the years, as we've pumped more gasoline, our carbon monoxide emissions have grown too. And even though today's cleaner burning cars have helped reduce carbon monoxide levels, the problem persists for everyone. But part of a solution is already here: ethanol blended fuels. Ethanol blends reduce deadly carbon monoxide emissions significantly and help hold down ozone pollution in our cities. And a detergent in ethanol keeps engines running cleanly. That makes one conclusion perfectly clear. The more ethanol blends we pump into our cars, the less carbon monoxide we pump into our lungs.
Back at the Fieldhouse, Cassville leading at 8-2, but Jerry, you've been impressed with South Shore in the opening minutes.
Yes, I have, because no one gave them much of a shot. Right now, they're just not shooting. They're 1 from 9 from the field, but impressed with their hustle, impressed with the job that they're doing on Sam Oki. But as you said, John Hill now has 2 fouls, and so be interesting to see if they can guard Oki with their big fella out of there.
They go right inside. A little scoop by Lottie doesn't go, and a foul on number 32, Jim Fishnick. Cassville not shooting all that well either. 3 of 12, 25% in the early going.
Cassville foul number 32, Jim Fishnick.
That's Fishnick's first personal foul, the first team foul on Cassville this half. Now South Shore, they try to go against Oki. That's blocked. Volkovan with a block, and now a steal by Cassville. Plussel has it.
Chad Enfield's the quarterback, and now we've got a 1-2-2 trap by South Shore.
Oki to Plussel.
The key there was Oki getting into the middle and seeing Plussel underneath the basket.
Plussel's first 2. Oki averages 4 assists a game as well, so he can do just about everything. That's Hipsher. Again, the tough luck continues for South Shore. Ball out of bounds. It stays with the Cardinals.
Right now, a key point in the basketball game, Jay. South Shore needs a basket. They've been liking to penetrate the ball right straight down the middle of their guards, but Cassville is very quick.
In fact, it's been 3.5 minutes since a South Shore basket, and that's a foul again on the Cardinals. David Gustafson. Great hustle there by Enfield to knock it loose.
We're going to see Enfield go after the basketball here. Picked up by Corey Sauser, and kind of a scramble on the floor, and he was fouled.
And that'll be the first personal foul on Gustafson. We have a timeout with 1:53 left in our first quarter. 10-2 Cassville with the lead. South Shore, the high school is actually located in Port Wing, which is Pretty small town, huh?
Yeah, they're up there by the Apostle Islands. Was up there once in my life, Jay.
Is there?
Yeah, it's
beautiful country.
Beautiful country.
Fort Wayne, Cornucopia, Herbster, Oulu, Orienta, and Tripp among the 6 towns in that school district. There you see a battle of the boards certainly going the Comets' way, but Cassville having a little trouble finishing and getting baskets up this.
That's exactly right. One of the things so impressive about Sam Oakey, besides the wingspan, he has a great wingspan, but this young man has a 36-inch vertical jump. So we're talking about a quick leaper, what coaches like to say, the quick leaper, and he can get up. And a couple of times in this basketball game, Jay's done it so far, is take the ball off the boards and take off himself. That's probably the toughest fast break to contain.
The WIAA State Tournament is brought to you statewide by Menards, helping families build America's heartland for 33 years. Save big money at Menards. After this one, the other Division IV semifinal has Albany against Wasaukie. Then this afternoon in Division II, Baraboo and Seymour, and Mayville and Rice Lake. Then this evening, the Division I semis. We'll tell you more about those later. Here we go with Cassville. Oakey will drive it and lay it in.
With the left hand, too, Jay.
5 points for Sam Oakey. The Comet lead is 10. South Shore just has to start getting one in the hoop here for confidence and nothing else. There we go. David Gustafson with a left hand. Maybe that'll loosen the Cardinals up a bit. Oakey looking for infield. That is a foul on Gustafson. Now Gustafson with his second personal foul. So some early foul trouble for the Cardinals in the first quarter. That's 2 on Gustafson. Of course, Hill already has 2. And in comes number 25, Desmond Rayo, replacing Gustafson. Cassville into the bonus already with 1:20 left. It'll be Chad Infield to the line.
This is the 3rd year in a row that Chad Infield has started for the Comets. And as you mentioned, he's their assist man and really their quarterback on the floor.
Missed the front end of the bonus, so the score stays at 12-4. Now the Cardinals working with it. There's Jeff Lottie. He nicely drops it off to Volkovan, who missed the bunny. Yeah, more tough luck for South Shore. Now here's Fishnick. That one's blocked. Volkovan on the defense. They work it up, looking for Hipsher, but the ball goes out of bounds.
Turnovers, Jay. Turnovers is what make coaches gray. I should know.
It's kind of an academic look, though, that gray. Infield, avoids the foul there. Number 23, Shane Wilcox, avoids it. Now a steal as Rayo fights for it, and it'll go back to Cassville, though, as Rayo knocked it out of bounds. Nice hustle.
South Shore has stayed in this 1-2-2 trap. Cassville's attacking it by getting it back to the guard and then looking for Oakey. So Oakey's the key man against this 1-2-2 trap.
Now Infield has it, nearly loses it, but controls it. To Oakey. Who can stop him there? Jam with the left hand.
That's what I'm saying is here's a right-handed kid, takes a drop step to the basket. That's an awesome play.
Sam Oakey puts Cassville up 10, final seconds of the quarter. Volkovan misses at the buzzer, but Cassville leads 14-4. We'll be back in a moment. But first, a word from our local stations. This is your WIAA Network station.
The Comfort Maker name is famous for quality products and high energy efficiencies. And during cashback cooling days, you can get big savings on your monthly utility bills with a new Comfort Maker heating and cooling system and up to $400 in cashback rebates. Plus, you'll get years of reliable service from one of the most respected brand names in the business. This is a limited time offer. See your Comfort Maker dealer for details.
In Windsor, call A. Windsor Sheet Metal. In Janesville, call A&A Sheet Metal. In Madison, call Heating and Cooling Incorporated.
Get the facts today. Low overhead does make a difference. Black Hawk Mobile Home Sales on Highway 12 in Baraboo lets you be the judge. No free gimmicks, just save thousands of dollars. Black Hawk Mobile Home Sales can't be beat. Stop in for a first-hand look at the many beautiful mobile homes designed for your comfort. Quality homes that ensure your family's satisfaction. Financing is available. You be the judge. Invest in a mobile home from Black Hawk Mobile Home Sales, Highway 12 in Baraboo, where we service what we sell.
WKOW Channel 27, Madison.
You want to see a great play? Here's Sam Oakey.
On the block, he's blocked right, comes back left. Left-handed stuff.
Another look at it here, right in under the basket.
Notice how he turns to his right, quickly puts it down, and now up.
Wow, not to mention Oakey's 8 rebounds in the first quarter. We start quarter number 2, 14-4 Cassville. Now in is number 35, John Copeman. Also number 44, Scott Uppena, who scores.
That's the coach's son. He's only a sophomore. He's done a very nice job coming off the bench this year for the Cassville Comets.
Justin Dean is also into the Comets lineup. He wears number 22. As Hipsher drives the baseline, it's a foul on Cassville. It'll go against Scott Uppena, his first.
Cassville foul number 44, Scott Uppena.
First quarter statistics, South Shore just can't buy a basket. And that one rolls out. Oakey with his 9th rebound. Long pass for Justin Dean. That one's blocked by 21 Bob Lottie, who's back in. And here comes South Shore. Now South Shore down 12, looking for some offense. Hill back in. Now to Gustafson. Long one by Lottie. That misses. Oakey rebound number 10.
Notice how he comes out of there himself on the break, Jay. That really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Dean is double teamed but finds infield. Uppena to Oakey. Turn. Missed it. Ball out of bounds to Cassville. Well, we saw Dale Owie from Auburndale hit that turnaround all day yesterday. Oakey hit one earlier, but had a little bad luck on that last one. And Oakey closing in on the record already.
Yes, he is.
Infield 3.
Cassville likes that play where they can set the pick on the baseline for infield. That's the second time they've done that today.
The lead grows to 15. Gustafson. Short. Rebound. Copeman. Copeman again. Oakey tries the tip. Copeman rebounds. Player on the floor. It'll be a tie-up, and it'll go to South Shore.
One thing that has to impress you about Sam Oakey is he comes up in the middle on that press, and immediately he's looking to pass. A very unselfish player.
Jason Vokovan in for South Shore, number 31. Here's Hill. Goes right against Oakey. Block Oakey. Hill gets it back. He'll kick it out to Gustafson. Infield blocks that. The inside doesn't work, the outside doesn't work. What do you do?
No, that's right now you got a feel for South Shore. They've had some good shots. They haven't been able to hit them, but who knows?
And a turnover, South Shore. Cassville gets it back with 5:45 left. Here's the defense inside first by Oakey.
He waits. He's got beautiful timing. All block. All ball.
And then infield blocks the three-point attempt by Gustafson.
Yes.
15-point Cassville lead. Oakey at the free throw line. Triple team. Now they kick it back to infield. Infield keeps it and travels. Well, he tried a little ball fake looking for Copeman, and they thought the defense would bite on it, but it's a travel and the third turnover on Cassville today.
If you're the coach of South Shore, what you're hoping for right now is that if you can get within maybe 10 points before halftime, and you still think you got a shot at this game.
Well, the turnovers and bad shooting, that's a terrible combination to have, and that's exactly where South Shore is right now. Three-point attempt. Gustafson double pumped it.
That's what they needed, Jay. Maybe that will be the shot that'll propel them back into this basketball game.
Maybe not what they designed, but it's exactly what they needed. 19-7 now. They go right into Oki. Look at the drop move again. Score.
So very strong, Jay. That time he had 3 guys around him, and he was able to get the ball on the floor and go up strong.
And a steal infield. And now South Shore gets it back.
Maybe sometimes too much dribbling, Jay.
Yep. South Shore is averaging a basket every 3.5 minutes, and that just won't do it.
No, they have to take it up another notch, as the coaches say.
21-7 Cassville. Bob Lottie, jump shot. Miss. Oki, yet another rebound. Infield is wide open. Coleman will try 3. Rims out. Slapped out of bounds up, and I believe, yeah, it'll go to South Shore. Well, South Shore's hit a couple of baskets, but still a 14-point problem right now. Here's Volkovan. Oki steps over to block it. You could see him coming.
He's been all over the floor. He's a rejecter on defense, and on offense, he's very, very strong. He's a much better player than he was a year ago.
4 block shots for Oki. That jump shot misses. Uppina rebounds for Cassville. Now gets it to Justin Dean. Out high to infield. Good look inside for Uppina. He saves it to Copeman. Now infield again. Copeman to Dean. Foul. South Shore. Dean will shoot 2. Foul on Gustafson is his 3rd, so one of the key players for South Shore will sit with 3 personal fouls. In comes 35, Matt Hipster, and number 23, Shane Wilcox.
That particular replay, we saw a beautiful pass from Copeman into Justin Dean, and he went up strong. But right now, the whole story is that if South Shore is going to have a chance in this basketball game, they're hoping that they can get it within 10. But like you say, unless they can shoot better, that's probably not going to happen.
Jim Fishnick returns to the Cassville lineup, number 32. At the line is Justin Dean. He scores his first points in the tournament. Dean, a 6-foot junior. Boy, and Cassville's loaded next year again, aren't they?
Cassville is good for the next, well, how many years has Oki's got left?
At least a couple.
Yeah.
That time Oki can't corral the rebound, so it goes into the corner where South Shore gets it. Hill to Gustafson. Around Oki. Nice play.
It's a beautiful move and a left-handed layup by Gustafson.
So Gustafson is in with those 3 fouls. He now has 5 points. 22-9. To Oki. Hill blocks the pass. Saved nicely. That's saved by Jeff Lottie. Turnover number 5 on Cassville. So suddenly South Shore can cut it down to an 11-point game. Or 10 if that goes. It does. Jeff Lottie.
We say basketball's a game of streaks. Right now, this may be South Shore's time. Big possession for Cassville, Jay, this particular time.
And who do you get it to? Oki. Jumper, no. Rebound, Hill. Maybe bus leg is wearing off.
I would think so.
They're getting their land legs again. The Cardinals scrapping back into this game with 1:48 left in the quarter, but there's a steal by infield. Tell you, this infield's a tough kid. Look at the move. Missed the shot, though. Hill with another rebound for the Cardinals.
He's built like a middle linebacker, Jay, but he's very quick for his size out there on the floor and does a nice job of running this basketball team.
And you'll see that infield has his right ankle taped. He had a severe ankle sprain earlier in the year, but showing no ill effects of that today, certainly. But it is heavily wrapped. Oki had a bad ankle sprain earlier this year, too.
That was the only game they lost was to Schellsburg when Oki was out of the lineup.
What was that final? Was it 33-30? Yeah, 33-30 they lost that game. Jesse Plussel returns to the Cassville lineup. In for South Shore, number 25. That's Desmond Rayo.
Big possession for South Shore here. They want to get a good shot.
Shane Wilcox. Block Oki. That's number 5. But look at the Cardinals hustle for it. Infield, though, picks it for the Comets. Final minute now, second quarter. 22-12, Cassville. Cassville being very patient right now. They have a 10-point lead.
They're in their spread offense, and they're probably going to take it down, Jay, to probably about 12 seconds before they make their move, if they can. If they can.
Yeah, Souser almost had it taken away, but get it back to infield. That's the time remaining in the second quarter. Fishnick almost on the line. Oki will try 3, miss it. The tip back goes to South Shore. Clock winding down. Lottie gets it to the other Lottie. Here's Wilcox for 3, short, and that's the half. South Shore back in it. They got it to 10. We'll be back with more action for the 1993 Boys State Basketball Tournament after we hear from our statewide sponsors, Marshfield Clinic and Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board. This is your WIAA network station.
I think we probably have more rheumatologists in one place than any place else in the state. I think the more rheumatologists who work together and put their heads together to help patients, we tend to get new ideas. Why don't we bring in this kind of a person to help? Why don't we get more staff involvement from this point of view? So in that sense, the more rheumatologists you have, the more ideas, the better program you really provide for patients. Patient care is #1 here. Always has been.
Wisconsin is famous for milk as fresh, pure, and wholesome as Wisconsin itself. And the great tasting dairy products we make from our milk. That's why wherever you go in America, you'll find more and more people looking for dairy products made right here in Wisconsin. Look for them in your supermarket. They're America's dairy finest, homegrown in Wisconsin.
It's Cassville by 10, but it was a lot worse a lot earlier in the game for South Shore. Jerry, we were talking in the break, kind of similar to the Auburndale-Dodgeville game where Auburndale really dominated the game, but you never got the feeling that Dodgeville was out of it yesterday. Same thing with South Shore.
That's exactly right. Right now, Coach Gustafson is probably telling his kids, hey, we got the initial shock out of our system. We're only 10 down. We can come back. We can play with these guys. We can win. On the other side, I got to believe Coach Uppin is saying, hey, let's get the ball into Sam Oki. You know, because even though he hasn't had the greatest offensive game here, he looked good in that one dunk, and defensively he's done a great job. Offensively, he's a special kind of player, and so I think you're going to see Oki get the ball much more in the second half.
Okay, we'll be back in just a little bit with stats and highlights, but now let's go across the court to Keith Blyer.
Okay, thank you very much, Jay. Everything seems okie-dokie with the comments at the midway point. They lead South Shore by 10 points. Sam wants a final matchup with Anthony Pieper, that's for sure. Well, it's a very busy time for the WIAA. The girls basketball champions were crowned last week, as well as the gymnastics finale, and it's trophy time for the boys this weekend. So as the winter sports come to a close, we sat down with Executive Director Douglas Chickering and addressed some of the hotter topics.
The WIAA is headquartered in Park Ridge, Wisconsin, which is right by Stevens Point. Currently, there are 420 member schools in the WIAA, and throughout our tournament telecast, we'll be discussing some of their concerns with Executive Director Doug Chickering.
We have just completed the negotiations and the provisions for extending our agreement with the University of Wisconsin Athletic Department for the football playoffs, the wrestling tournament, and the 2 basketball tournaments for an additional 3 years. So that will be added on to the present agreement that expires this year, so we will be through the 95-96 school year.
Did you look at other possibilities?
Not specifically. We've had such a good working relationship with the staff at the University of Wisconsin. They have been very willing to reschedule a Big Ten contest to either be on the Wednesday before our tournaments or on the Sunday after. And we really want to have wrestling, girls basketball, and boys basketball at the same site. And I don't know of any other site that could be made available to us that many days and nights in the month of March. With the major tenants there now being Marquette University and the Milwaukee Bucks, and with the potential for having an NHL team there someday, I just don't think, based on previous discussions we've had with Bradley Center personnel, that we could have it for all tournaments. Maybe selectively on alternate years or whatever for one of the tournaments, but certainly not for all three. The policy began to be administered a little more loosely, and I'll take responsibility for that, because we waived some guidelines for making application. We also had some instances where we thought that the conference's reluctance to allow two teams to co-op was based more on winning and losing than it was on participation opportunities for kids. And I would guess that it's going to be just a little bit more difficult to attain cooperative team status now than it has been for the last 5 years, and we're going to go back closer to the philosophy that we had in 1982.
But with finances being tight all over the place, do you still see that as a very viable and workable program, though?
Very much so. We aren't eliminating the concept at all. Our ad hoc committee members did not want to set a minimum number of athletes from any one school in order to request cooperative team status, and people like the philosophy and like what it can do, but they don't want to be abused either, and they think that timelines will essentially keep that from being an 11th hour decision made without all of the right reasons. I can't think of anything else that I would rather do, and if I had to, and I hope I don't, I would fight to keep this job. It is a position that does have some trauma. There are some apprehensions at times, and there are a number of occasions when you really have to look inward to see if you're doing the right thing. But I think by and large, the opportunities that we provide within our 420 WIAA member schools are administered at the local level in a manner that's consistent with what our membership expects of us at the state level. And we have to have that kind of cooperation and that kind of partnership for athletics to survive. And I think we're doing that in Wisconsin.
Well, it certainly is an exciting time for the association. Over 80,000 people expected to pack the field house this weekend. 22-12, Cassville over South Shore at halftime. We'll be back after this message from the WIAA. This is your WIAA network station.
Smoking crack is in, then you're in for some news. Crack is so addictive, people will do anything for another hit. Robbery, assault, murder. And once you're into stuff like that, you might be getting in for good.
This message brought to you by this WIAA network station.
Education, it's our future. Visit your local school and get involved.
Last year, the Cassville Comets finished second in this tournament. They've got their eyes on the prize. This time around, they lead by 10 over South Shore at halftime, and they have held the Cardinals to 12% shooting in the first half. To get set for the next 16 minutes of basketball, let's go back over to Jay and Jerry.
Thanks, Keith. Well, Cassville played, South Shore played Cassville even in that second quarter. How were they able to do that?
Yeah, well, I think the big thing is you're such a bundle of nerves when you come out here. And like I say, South Shore, some people didn't even know if it was in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Okay, here's the highlights. John Hill, the big mountain man. He has mountain on his warm-up, and he hit a shot over Oki there. But some good defense played on both ends. Here's South Shore getting a block. That is 35 Matt Hipscher, and then Oki, one of his 5 blocks in the first quarter.
Yeah, he's got a beautiful spring, and he can block shots without fouling.
Okay, now here's Oki feeding it inside to Plussel. And then Sam Oki. Boy, what a half.
Strong move and takes it up left-handed.
And Oki, the big factor in the first half. We look at the statistics. Field goal shooting for South Shore. Unbelievable.
18% isn't going to win many games, but as I say, they're only 10 down. Coach is saying at halftime we're only 10 down. We've only shot 18%. Second half has to be a lot better.
Yeah, and as you see, not many free throws in that first half. Oki, 9 points, 11 rebounds, 5 block shots. Gustafson leading the way with 5 for South Shore. We'll be back with more in a moment, but first a word from our local stations. This is your WIAA network station.
What happens when hot and cool combine?
Hot eats, cool treats at Dairy Queen.
Here's cool.
So cool.
The original Blizzard made with soft syrup or the Breeze made with non-fat frozen yogurt, just $1.19 each.
So good.
Blended with favorites like Heath Bar, M&M chocolate candies, or Nestle's Crunch. Blizzard flavor treat, Breeze frozen yogurt treat, just $1.19 each.
Hot eats, cool treats, we treat you right.
It's a big time of the year for Ayers Furniture. It's Spring Preview 93, and all the furniture manufacturers are displaying their new models. Bedroom, living room, dining room, carpets, and mattresses. 50,000 square feet of beautiful home furnishings on sale at Ayers. Buy today, take till June to pay, plus Ayers always has free delivery. Ayers Furniture is well worth the drive because they have the lowest guaranteed prices in southwestern Wisconsin. And even better is Ayers Spring Preview 93 going on right now. Ayers Furniture, just west of Madison on Highway 18-151, Ridgeway.
Louis, I don't know his wife.
We're back 22-12 as we begin the third quarter. Big crowd for the Division IV semifinals here at the Fieldhouse. Those are Sam Oki's parents. And what's this you say, that Sam almost moved out of Cassville?
Well, I don't know how close it was, but the biggest scare since the ferry shut down in Cassville was Louis, his company, he got transferred. Was going to get transferred to Louisville, Kentucky, and I think now he's got a job in the bank there, so he's pretty well set.
Well, a big sigh of relief for everyone in Cassville. Sam Oki will stay. There we go. South Shore down 10. But there's Jeff Lottie. He'll go to the free throw line as Jesse Plussel fouls him. The ferry went down?
Oh, there for a while, yes. The ferry went down in Cassville, and it was pretty critical.
That's big trouble.
That was big trouble.
Oh, sure. There's the foul as Plussel gets a piece of Lottie.
It's an important 3-minute stretch right now in the basketball game for South Shore because they've got to come out and get this basketball game within 4 points.
Jeff Lottie at the line. 1 of 8 from the field in the first half. He has missed his last 7 shots. However, he's made 1 free throw in a row. And 1 basket in a row. Misses that second one, so now it's under 10. 22-13, Cassville. Oki with 12 rebounds. Oh, that time Lottie goes hard to the floor. Nice pass to Gustafson. That was from Bob Lottie.
Jay, we got ourselves a basketball game. This team is not going to go away. And right now, we're talking about a mini streak, and they're in it.
Gustafson has 7. Infield free throw line. Miss. Long rebound to Jeff Lottie. Here we go. South Shore down 7. Jeff Lottie over Oki. Oki won't get credit for a block, but he sure changed the shot.
This time, Cassville needs to get the basketball in Sam Oki's hands.
But the pass too high from infield. Turnover number 8 on Cassville. 3 in this half. We've played just over a minute. 22-15 Cassville. Gustafson with a spin move. Infield, nice defense, but Hill gets it. Now infield steals it. He's 1 on 3. He'll have to pull it up. That goes to Corey Souser. Jesse Plussel tries it and hits.
It's a big basket at that particular time for Cassville. They were able to move that lead back up to 9 points.
Russell averages 2.6 points a game. He already has 4 today. Back to a 9-point advantage for the Comets. John Hill on Oki. Can't go anywhere. 3-point attempt. Lottie, that missed. Gustafson rebounds over infield to Hill. Goes right at Oki. Hook got it.
John Hill is impressive. He's a big kid, and he uses his body very, very well.
Hill had 2 early fouls. He still has 2, and they're going right at Oki. Hill's been denied a couple of times, but he's not going to back away. Now, Oki gets it inside. Hill bothers that shot. Ball picked up by Bob Lottie. By the way, Oki does not have a personal foul today. Bob Lottie finds Gustafson. Reverse miss. Oh, that would have been a big basket for the Cardinals.
And the Cardinals, I think, have come out with a strategy. We're going to run this Cassville basketball team right now, so they're really moving it up and down the court.
Oh, nice hustle as Lottie dives for the ball. That goes out of bounds, but nice hustle by Jeff Lottie. This almost the entire South Shore team is related. Bob Lottie and Dave Gustafson are cousins. Bob Lottie and Jeff Lottie are cousins. Desmond Rayo and John Hill are cousins.
It's not real surprising, Jay. There's only 97 in the school.
But not the smallest school in the conference, I understand. Mercer has an enrollment of 50. That would be the Indian Head Conference. Hipsher with the foul for South Shore, his first personal. And Jesse Plussel will go to the line for 2 free throws. Here comes Justin Dean back in for Cassville. Out comes Corey Sauser. I went to a grade school that had 110.
Is that right?
And I thought that was small.
Well, when I started out in coaching 30 years ago, I was at Gratiot, and we had 71.
Is that right? How big was the graduating class?
I want to say like maybe 17.
17? Well, it didn't take very long.
No, I was even cheerleading advisor there, Jay.
Is
so.
that right? Now, as Lottie falls down, it's still on the floor. Lottie hustling. Oh, nice hands for Jim Fishnick as he went between the legs to get it for Cassville. 25-17, 4:48 left, third quarter. Infield. Looking for a cutter, but infield called for the travel. 9th turnover on Cassville.
Right now, I think Coach Uppena would like to see the Comets come down, be a little bit more patient, look for the big guy in the middle a little bit more.
They look inside for Gustafson, and as Lottie goes up for the shot, a foul on Justin Dean, his first. Not check it, it's on infield. First foul on infield, second team foul, Cassville. Hill with an air ball. South Shore hanging around, down only 8. In the lane, Dean with a miss. Hill jumped over the rebound. Oki gets it and scores.
It's exactly what I've been talking about. Oki's so very, very tough because he's always around the boards.
Sam Oki has tied the Division IV single-game record with 14 rebounds. Gustafson tries once, gets it back, missed again. Dean up high for the board. And Oki, with still 3:52 left in the third quarter, could have a 20-rebound day if this continues. Missed that shot, and Gustafson gets it for South Shore. Cardinals now trail by 10 again. Inside, that's Jeff Lottie, rejected, but a foul on Oki. His first personal of the day.
You're going to see Lottie take it to the basket, and Oki, I think he got the block okay, but it was the body. Watch, the block is there, and I don't know if the body was there even.
Play stands. To the line goes Jeff Lottie. He has 4 points. Has really had a tough time shooting from the field today. 1 of 10 from the field. Makes that free throw, and cuts the Cassville lead to 9. Full court pressure from the Cardinals.
Jeff Lottie is only a sophomore, and so he's probably feeling the jitters a little bit. Maybe he'll loosen up here in the second half.
But if Cassville has a chance, he's one of the guys that has to score too, so
that's right.
You'll see him keep shooting it. Fishnick now. Foul by Matt Hipser, his second. Second team foul on South Shore in the second half.
One thing to watch here now, Jay, they've done it twice the first half, is when infield takes the ball out of bounds, he usually gets a screen on the baseline and looks for that three-point shot. So see if they try it again.
Infield.
Here he comes on the baseline.
Dean back to infield. Pettigrew's amazing. Missed the shot, though. Dean again with a rebound and a foul on South Shore. What, you got signals over there with up and out or what? Man, that's amazing.
That particular time, he's just a little bit short. Nice rebound by Justin Dean and fouled on the way back up.
Dean's been tough inside. He really has some nice jumping abilities. Gone up high for a couple of boards. Misses that shot. Cassville's a very smart team. 8 of their 9 players made the first semester honor roll, and Fishnick and infield achieving high honors. So that's as we talked about yesterday, that's another statistic that is often overlooked, but it's very important to success in high school basketball.
That's exactly right.
Okay, now here's South Shore. Wilcox, Lottie, back to Wilcox. Wilcox Lane, followed by Bob Lottie.
Littlest guy on the floor. He's in the right spot at the right time and puts it right back up for 2 points. And we got a 7-point game, Jake.
Justin Dean now. Okie gets it, free throw line, fade away. My goodness.
That was a nice shot by Sam Okie. And I know some people are saying, I don't like that when he fades away, but he's done that all year long, and he's very effective with that move.
13 points for Sam Okie. Gustafson missed the open jumper. Fishnick rebound, Cassville. If a 6'8" guy's going to hit a 15-foot fadeaway on you, you can throw a box in one, a diamond in one, a whatever trap, you name it, you're not going to stop it. Foul on Gustafson, his 4th personal foul. Gustafson has scored 7 of the 20 South Shore points, so not a good thing for the Cardinals with 2:08 left in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back with more tournament action after these messages from our statewide sponsors, Rural Insurance and Menards. This is your WIAA network station.
The best insurance for the future is our youth. And Rural Insurance is supporting our youth by sponsoring these WIAA telecasts. Through sportsmanship, young athletes can become responsible adults. Rural is also protecting the future of our youth by sponsoring Setting the Pace, an innovative school program to promote safe driving. Safeguarding our youth. It's the most valuable insurance we can provide for the future. The Rural Insurance Companies, insuring the quality of life.
There's no better time to give your walls a fresh look with Dutch Boy paint from Menards. Dutch Boy Dirt Fighter interior flat, satin, and semi-gloss finishes are on sale now. This latex flat is just $8.96 a gallon. Secure your home with quality lock sets from Schley. Passage lock sets, deadbolts, and entry handles are on sale now. Choose from 2 passage lock sets at just $6.88 each. Save big money at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
John Hill has played pretty good defensively against Sam Okie so far, but there is no defense in the world, I don't think, for something like this.
No, a fadeaway jump shot from about 15 feet. A lot of Division I schools looking at him and projecting him 2 years down the road, Jay. He's the type of kid that's going to have to play on the outside, so that's the type of shot that Division I coaches are really looking for, because he's going to be playing against much bigger kids.
So here's Cassville with it now. Infield for 3, yes.
It's that same play all over again, the out-of-bounds play underneath the basket. He gets a pick on the baseline, and he hits the 3. Big shot. They're up by 12.
Infield with 11 now. The lead is 12 for Cassville. Under 2 minutes, 3rd quarter. Here's Bob Lottie. That little runner doesn't go. But there's Bob Lottie getting it back. 3-point attempt. Jeff Lottie.
Well, Jeff been cold, but that time he came through and he got it back down to 9.
Jeff Lottie now with 8 points. Clussel, that misses. Lottie goes to the floor for the rebound. Double team, gets it nicely to his cousin Bob. Bob Lottie as Clussel falls down. Lottie, rebound, still loose. It'll go to Cassville. Every time you want to start throwing a little dirt on top of South Shore, they'll hit a three or
come
something.
Back.
Sure.
That's exactly right. Once again here, we could see Cassville spread the floor, or they're going right to the big guy.
Okie.
Nice move. Beautiful move. He glides so well underneath the basket.
15 points, 14 rebounds for Sam Okie. Wilcox to Jeff Lottie. Jeff Lottie tries again. Miss. Infield will rebound for Cassville. Now I'll bet you see one shot.
I think so, and you're going to see what they call their spread offense. Keep the ball in infield's hands as much as possible. A good free throw shooter.
Clussel will take it with 12. He'll miss it. Okie, rebound, no foul. Here's Jeff Lottie. Final seconds. Bob Lottie, 3, won't go. Cassville by 12 after 3. We'll be back with more in a moment, but first a word from our local stations. This is your WIAA network station.
The Comfort Maker name is famous for quality products and high energy efficiencies. And during cashback cooling days, you can get big savings on your monthly utility bills with a new Comfort Maker heating and cooling system and up to $400 in cashback rebates. Plus, you'll get years of reliable service from one of the most respected brand names in the business. This is a limited time offer. See your Comfort Maker dealer for details.
Call Johnson Mechanical in Portage, Doug's Plumbing and Heating Platteville, Connor's Plumbing and Heating Monroe.
There is a business where goals aren't measured by quarters, but by generations. A business where the board meets under open sky. For this business, DuPont created Accent, the herbicide that protects corn from foxtails, quackgrass, and wild proso millet, and protects the land as well. Because in this business, the accent is on tomorrow.
8 minutes remaining. Cassville has an 11-point lead, and you can give a lot of that credit to Sam Okie. He's been tremendous.
He makes a nice move on the inside and off the glass for 2 points. And we've mentioned, Jay, he's already set the Division IV rebounding record with 15 boards.
15 in one game as his parents look on proudly. Cassville, of course, has been here the last 3 years, losing in the final last year. And they're looking for another chance to go back again this year. Okay, here we go. Fourth quarter now. John Hill inside. Okie with another rebound. That's 16. And a South Shore foul. 5th team foul on South Shore.
I think another thing, Jay, is he's only a sophomore.
South Shore has had only 2 field goals in the first quarter, 3 field goals in the second quarter, 4 field goals in the third quarter. And there you see Hill with another strong move, but when Okie's there, it's tough to stop. Driving layup for Justin Dean, his 3rd point of the game. Now Cassville looking a little more comfortable again, up 13. Drive, Lottie, block. Who else? Okie. 6 blocks for Okie. Free throw line. Bob Lottie miss. Okie clears the board. Nope. South Shore knocks it loose. Hill against Okie again. Drop inside. Block Okie. Hill again. Out of bounds to Cassville.
That's the first display of real emotion I've seen out of Sam today. He's had 2 nice blocks on the inside. And Coach Upton's strategy is to play him behind Hill and help everybody else out.
This time Oki hits Fishnick. Fishnick misses the shot. South Shore rebound to Matt Hipsher. Well, if ever the Cardinals were going to make a run, this is the time. Down 13 with 6:45 left. They go against Oki again, but that time triple team help. Infield comes out of it. 2-on-1, but Bob Lottie hustles for the steal for South Shore. Now Gustafson back in. Left hand fall away. Missed. Foul. John Hill, his third. You can't go inside against Cassville Sam Oki today.
He's just been a dominating force on the inside of the paint.
And with 6:28 remaining, we have a timeout. We'll be back with more action from the 1993 Boys State Basketball Tournament after we hear from our statewide sponsors, Marshfield Clinic and Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board. This is your WIAA network station.
We feel that people don't need to suffer. There's no reason for anybody to have pain when there are medications and there is technology available to keep the pain under control. So we work as a team at Marshfield Clinic with a variety of departments to maintain that patient's pain control. We want to keep their pain controlled to keep the quality of life as well as possible so that they are able to enjoy their family, their friends, their hobbies. The patient is number one, is the Marshfield difference.
The dairy farmers of Wisconsin are proud of the award-winning cheesemakers of Wisconsin. Year after year, Wisconsin cheeses are named the country's finest. Choose from a wide selection of award-winning varieties, and taste why Wisconsin is #1 when it comes to great-tasting cheese. Look for the award-winning Wisconsin cheeses in the dairy section at your favorite grocer, and take advantage of this great opportunity to enjoy the pride of Wisconsin, delicious Wisconsin cheese.
We're back with a Cassville ferry update. The ferry is not, we didn't want to mislead anyone, the ferry is not down.
No, the ferry is operational now. I think it was down for just a little short while, but no, that's a very tourist town, Nelson Dewey State Park over there, and beautiful area. No, the ferry's back, and it's going full blow.
Probably had to change the oil, like the 35,000 mile.
I don't know exactly what happened. I don't want to say anything. I'm going to get myself in problems there.
All right, 6:20 left now. Fourth quarter rather, 36-23 Cassville. Drive by Copeman, count it! John Copeman with a beautiful left-hander. Possible three-point play.
Going to see John Copeman take it down, switch hands, take it up. Good hang time. He's only a sophomore. We're talking about a Cassville team that's probably its best 2 years are ahead of it.
Yeah, that's scary. Three-point play for Copeman. Suddenly 39-23 Cassville. Biggest lead of the game for the Comets. Lottie finds Gustafson. Gustafson and Hill playing with 3 fouls. That's not much of a factor right now. Quick hands for Jim Fishnick, but he dribbled it on the end line, so it'll stay with South Shore. Glendon Gustafson's team with a fine 20-3 record coming in. Gustafson short. Oki, rebound number 18. Hill knocks the entry pass away from Oki. Gustafson behind the back. Drops it for Hipsher. Steal infield to Fishnick.
Chad Infield's a very, very nice basketball player. He does a lot of things for Cassville.
And Gustafson bothering Dean now, and that'll be a foul on Justin Dean. Gustafson and Dean were battling for control, and Dean got a hand on his back. Dean's first.
We're going to see the steal here. Gustafson taking it straight down. And then we're going to see the hand inadvertently, I believe, Jay, in the back. And just 2 kids working hard for the basketball.
Inbound, Hill over Oki. John Hill has 6 points. Now wide open is Scott Uppina for the layup. Well, you can't trade at this point. 2 for 2. Good recognition by Cassville for the easy basket. Jeff Lottie will try a long three. That's long. Okie, 19 rebounds. Long pass again. Coltman. Ooh, and that's a hard fall for Jeff Lottie, but he's up and okay. Jason Vokovan returns for South Shore, number 33. The WIAA State Tournament is brought to you statewide by Marshfield Clinic. Physician care, medical research, professional and public education, more than a name. An integrated system of care.
Watch Enfield in the corner again. There it is.
3 for Enfield.
They've used that play about 4 times today, Jay, to great effectiveness.
14 for Enfield. Now here's Vokovan in the lane. Jason Vokovan. He has 4 points. I think Albany and Cassville, or Albany and Wasaukie are taking notes on that inbound play.
Yes, I don't think that you'll probably see that one open as much tomorrow.
12th turnover on Cassville. 4:16 left now, and suddenly a 17-point advantage for the Cassville Comets. Vokovan gets it outside to Wilcox. Wilcox baseline block. Okie again. Number 8. He could get a triple-double today.
You don't see many guys that are 6'6" can take the basketball right straight down the middle of the court and handle it like he can.
Infield finds Uppina. Scoop shot. Scott Uppina.
Beautiful move.
Uppina 3 of 3 from the field. Volke gets a few more assists. He could get a quad double. Those are really tough. He only has 3 right now, though, so they really have to do some serious passing at this point. Gustafson lets the 3 fly. Jeff Lottie rebounds for South Shore to Bob Lottie. Gustafson against Infield. 3:11 left. Bob Lottie banks it in.
Bob Lottie has played very well for them all day long. He's penetrated, done a nice job. Once again, he comes up with a steal.
Gustafson will try to get Stokey. No way. That's a block. Number 9.
9 blocks. That's amazing. Wow. Going to see him go up. He gets all ball.
Gustafson missed the shot, but a foul on Chad. No, it's on, yes, it is. Chad Infield, number 30. Well, obviously the strategy was to go at Okie, but yes, that's a strategy that will not work today. Here's David Gustafson, averaging 19 points a game for South Shore. That is only point number 8 for Gustafson today. Excuse me, 10 points today. And now 11.
Now we see that half-court trap again put on.
Coltman to Okie, look out! Oh, who's up there to block that? But a foul for Gustafson, that's 5. But he was right up there with Sam Okie for the block. So Gustafson leaves with 11 points. And we're going to take a look at this play again.
I think Sam wanted to dunk this basketball, wanted to get a little extra into it. Gustafson said no way.
Wow, that's a great jump for Gustafson, and he'll leave with 2:45 left. David Gustafson leaves. He is a senior. He will end his South Shore career with a trip to the state tournament.
His dad's the assistant coach. So they've had a great year up there at South Shore and gave those fans a great deal of excitement this past basketball season.
And he is also the nephew of Clendon Gustafson, the South Shore coach. Here's Sam Okie with 15 points. More Okie numbers here. He is a 56% free throw shooter. And misses 2 there, but Cassville with the rebound to Okie inside. He'll jam that one.
You know you're an athlete when you can take one drop step, 6'6", and jam the basketball.
Oki now 17 points, 19 rebounds, 9 blocks. Coltman to infield. The crowd wants to see Oki do it again. Infield finds him. Left-handed. 19 points for Mr. Oki.
No matter who Cassville plays tomorrow, Jay, it's going to be a good championship game, but I've got to believe Cassville's going to be very, very strong in that game.
There's the triple-double, 10 blocks, 19 points, 19 rebounds. 34. Coltman with a nice save. 50-31 Cassville. They may want to get one more dunk out of Sam before he comes out here.
They're spreading the floor right now.
Now we're going to see some substitutions for Cassville. The foul is on number 25, Desmond Rayo. Here comes Corey Sauser, Tim Vackconnect, an exchange student from Germany for Cassville. And out comes Sam Oki. 19 points, 19 rebounds, 10 block shots.
Pretty good day's work, Jay.
And we mentioned earlier in a break between you and me, Jerry, he's even more composed, stronger, looks even better than he did last year when he was great as a freshman.
That's for sure.
I have to imagine he has 2 more years at Cassville High School. We'll be back with more tournament action after these messages from our statewide sponsors, Rural Insurance and Menards. This is your WIAA network station.
I was thinking about maybe we could do some petunias, some rhododendron, acacia, pansies. You know, I was thinking.
Some homeowners pay attention.
In the dirt, you know, digging it up. What? Oh, don't worry about that. It'll go back on. I was looking.
Others pay more.
They had a lamp garden across the street because it just
Help us keep your costs down.
looks perfect. I was.
Give the rooms in your home a whole new look with decorator panels from Abitibi. They're durable, easy to clean and install, and have the look of wallpaper. Choose from 4 patterns at just $11.87 each. This R11 unfaced fiberglass insulation from Manville is now $5.44. When you purchase at least $150 of any Manville insulation, you qualify for a free Major League Baseball jacket. You save big money when you shop at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
This game has been a Sam Oki block party. Here you'll see one of the 10. And I think he had only 1 foul today. Is that right? Oki with 1 foul.
What's nice from a coach's point of view is that he's able to block shots without fouling.
The lowest losing score in a Division IV game, 51 points, Cassville last year. They have 50 right now. What now? Oh, wait. Let's try that again. Let's make believe that never happened. Let's put it up again. Yeah. Forget what you just saw. This is going to be good. You're going to like this statistic. Lowest losing score in 1 game, 51 points. And they have 31. Oh, I was the one who was confused. Oh, that's the bottom line. I was the one that was confused. That was an interesting statistic in any case, though.
That's right. Well, you have to give Cassville's defense a great deal of credit today, but and basically what their defense is pressure 4 guys on the outside and leave Sam roll in the middle. Anybody comes down the lane, he's there for the block.
Minute 22 left now. In for South Shore, Nathan Kangas, number 13. Also number 45, Dean Whitcomb. 25, that's Desmond Rayo with a basket. Final minute now, 4th quarter. 51-33 Cassville. Justin Dean misses. Rebound John Hill. Steal. Sauser miss. Rebound Uppena. 4 for 4 from the field for Scott Uppinant. The lead is 20. So Cassville will move on to the Division IV championship game again. A timeout to South Shore with 34.3 seconds remaining. I'm going to try and explain that statistic again. What we're trying to say is that South Shore has only 33 points.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a new record, isn't it?
That's going to be a record they're probably not going to be real pleased with.
Thank you very much. You got to remember that we've been doing basketball games for about 2 weeks here. This is game number, let's see, 16 last week. What number is this? 10? 7? That's 23 games in less than 2 weeks. But we have more ahead. That's the good news. Albany and Wasaki coming up in Division 4, as this is game 23. Division 2 this afternoon, Baraboo and Seymour, Mayville and Rice Lake. This evening, Division 1 semifinals at 7 o'clock, Sheboygan North and Racine Case. And Madison West, the defending champions in Division 1, going up against Milwaukee, Washington. The South Shore Cardinals, a long bus ride, a good season. Have to give them credit. They, you know, Cassville just has a lot of guns, and they were just outgunned today, but they never gave up. Guys like Bob Lottie, number 21, the smallest player on the court, scrapping all day. And Gustafson got into foul trouble, but he made some shots. And Jeff Lottie had some tough luck from the field, but kept shooting and eventually did make a couple to try and keep South Shore close, but just too much Cassville, too much Okie.
And John Hill, I thought, did a pretty nice job for South Shore.
Off the inbound, that shot misses for Sean Johnson, number 15. He gets it back, and Sean Johnson gets in the scoring column.
I believe South Shore called this last time out to get everybody in, because it's nice. 20 years from now, you say, hey, I played in the state basketball tournament. It's something to be said for that.
Long shot by Sauser misses as the clock winds under 10 seconds. Sauser on the drive is fouled. It'll go on Sean Johnson.
Right now, Coach Gustafson looks pretty sad, but he can look back on one of the greatest seasons that South Shore has ever had.
You bet. They're making their third trip to state, their first since 1983. They'll lose Pankus, Johnson, Bob Lottie, Shane Wilcox, Desmond Rail, David Gustafson, John Hill, and Dean Whitcomb, the seniors. So an experienced squad for South Shore, making it to state this year. As far as Cassville is concerned, they're a young team, and Dennis Uppinant, their coach, will move to the final as Cassville defeats South Shore to return to the Division IV championship game. 53-35 the final. Back with more in a moment, but first a word from our local station. This is your WIAA network station.
It's a big time of the year for Ayers Furniture. It's Spring Preview 93, and all the furniture manufacturers are displaying their new models. Bedroom, living room, dining room, carpets and mattresses. 50,000 square feet of beautiful home furnishings on sale at Ayers. Buy today, take till June to pay, plus Ayers always has free delivery. Ayers Furniture is well worth the drive because they have the lowest guaranteed prices in southwestern Wisconsin. And even better is Ayers Spring Preview 93 going on right now. Ayers Furniture, just west of Madison on Highway 18-151, Ridgeway.
What happens when hot and cool combine?
Hot eats, cool treats at Dairy Queen.
Here's cool.
So cool.
The original Blizzard made with soft syrup, or the Breeze made with non-fat frozen yogurt, just $1.19 each.
So good.
Blended with favorites like Butterfinger candy, Snickers bar, and Oreo cookies. Blizzard flavor treat, Breeze frozen yogurt treat, just $1.19 each.
Hot eats, cool treats, we treat you right.
If you've overdone it, played too hard, or stripped a gear, here's a reminder from the UW Hospital Sports Medicine Center. Apply ice to the injury, use compression to control swelling, elevate it, and support it. For more information on any sports medicine question, call 263-4765. UW Hospital Sports Medicine Center, Wisconsin's Center for Sports Medicine.
Cassville with a convincing win over South Shore. The headlines will sing the praises of Sam Oakey tomorrow, and justifiably so, but let's not overlook some of the other contributions of some of the Cassville Comets.
No, this is a well-balanced team. You got a great player in Chad Infield, and Plussel, Fishnick, Sauser, they all contribute. And then you got the coach's son coming off the bench, 4 for 4. This is a good Cassville basketball team. They're going to be in it tomorrow in that championship game, no matter who they play. It's a good team.
Speaking of the coach, Dennis Uppena, he is with our Keith Flyer.
Okay, thanks very much, guys. This is a very happy man. His son didn't miss a shot tonight, and his go-to guy had a great performance. Congratulations. Nice effort from your kids.
Thank you, Keith. I can't be any happier. I tell you, everybody played super defense tonight. Offensively, we didn't look real pretty all the time, but defensively, we were there.
Sam Oakey is your go-to guy. Everybody knows that, including South Shore. They tried to stop him. 19 points, 19 rebounds, 10 blocks, a triple-double. You got a special kid.
He's very special. We've known that for a number of years, and his ability has just been improving all the time. Great athletic ability, but also he's a team player.
Defense was also a big key for you guys. You held South Shore to 12% in the first half, and similar defense in the second. Big key.
We have a lot more quickness than people expect of us, I think. We're small, and because we're small, we have to have that quickness on defense. We do a good job of getting around people and picking off some passes. Real good pressure.
Final question, Dennis. I know it's not in stone yet, but a lot of people are excited about the Anthony Pieper-Sam Oakey matchup if it comes true. That's something we can both sit back and enjoy, huh?
Oh, you bet. We could have had a chance a couple years ago to play him, but it wasn't meant to be. But we're really looking forward to it this year. He's a great player. They've got a great team. It should be a great game if they make it there.
Dennis, congratulations and good luck in the finals tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Keith.
Okay, let's go back to Jay and Jerry, recap this one, show you some pictures. We'll take a look at the Sam Oakey highlight show. Back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Keith, very much. Let's go right to those highlights, in fact, and we'll start out with a South Shore highlight. As the Cardinals never say die. They'll hit the floor, they'll hit it hard, and they'll end up with a basket here as
beautiful
Lottie.
Pass from Lottie to Gustafson.
And as we've been saying a couple of times, Bob Lottie, look at this. The tip, smallest man on the floor, Lottie at 5'9". But Cassville, too many weapons, infield outside. And we go inside to Sam Oakey.
Beautiful move to the basket, off the glass.
Defensively, Sam Oakey with 10 blocks today. And Dennis Uppena. Up and in.
He was 4 for 4.
Dennis, I said Dennis. Scott Uppena. Dennis is his dad. And Oakey.
Here's the jam.
The finish for Oakey. And I'm sure our statistics will show how dominant Cassville was today. There you see the shooting continue to be a problem for South Shore in the second half. Rebounds even, 43-41.
One statistic a little worrisome for Cassville was 33% from the free throw line. Otherwise, they played a very, very nice basketball game.
Individually, Oakey 19-19 along with 10 blocks, a Division IV single game record for rebounds. Infield chipped in with 14, a number of three-point plays off that inbound pass. And Gustafson, David Gustafson leading South Shore with 11 points and 6 rebounds, and Lottie with 8 points and 6 rebounds. So Cassville into the final, certainly a deserving team into that final. They can do it all.
Yeah, everybody's been talking about the Oakey-Pieper matchup. Now this next game, we'll see whether Wysocki can get there or not, but it's going to be a dandy. It's kind of like the passing of the guard. You got the old guard in Anthony Pieper and the new guard in Sam Oakey, so it should be a good one.
Yeah, but the Albany Comets are saying, wait, we have something to say about this matchup before it happens. Albany and Wysocki coming up in just a little bit. We're back with more in a moment, but first a word from our local stations. This is your WIAA network station.
In 90 years as a truck company, we've learned the value of anti-lock brakes and all-wheel drive traction to help carry your family safely through all of life's little ups and downs. GMC Truck, the strength of experience.
1994.
The sale you've been waiting for. No interest or payment till 1994 on hundreds of items at American. Every home stereo, every car stereo, 0% interest and no payments till 1994. All camcorders, all larger screen TVs, every washer and dryer, 0% interest and no payments till 1994. All IBM computers, every sofa, every bedroom, all kinds of furniture. Take it home now with no interest or payment until 1994. Only at American. Nothing till 1994.
You can find almost anything at Easttown Mall. So is there anything Easttown doesn't have?
Elephant ride!
Easttown Mall. Almost everything your family wants.
One semifinalist already decided, or actually finalist decided, as Cassville has advanced. Who will join them? One of those two teams, the Albany Comets or the Wasaki Rangers. Anthony Pieper leads his team into action. He averages a mere 40 points per game. Before we get to that one, we should let you know that basketball is not the only sport that takes place here in this old building. They tore the hardwood up 3 weeks ago and put down the mats. The Division III Wrestling Championships took place. Who are the victors? Well, let's take a look. Roll it, guys.